From being the skinniest guy in that gym, I turned out to be a biggest guy in the gym.
That's inspirational.
You don't have to change your lifestyle just because you're pregnant.
How should people make it more sustainable for themselves?
You must know what you like. People are following a wrong thing.
How does it work?
The food preferences, the rice, dal, can be a part of your diet.
Protein-packed snack.
If somebody is selling you one plan, it's a scam.
That is very good. People avoid strength training.
I used to do 1,000 crunches at a go.
1,000 crunches.
Once you build that discipline, nothing will stop you.
Welcome to another episode of TheFix by CurryFit. Today we're here with Suhan Khan, who is going to give us all the little details and take us through how to get your fitness journey right. He's going to debunk some myths for us, so let's dive right into it. Hi Suhan, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here. Well, I'm from India, basically from Mangalore. So I was born and brought up there. So if you know about Mangalore, it's a beautiful place, famous for its beaches, its ice cream, and the food is pretty good. Like if you know about ghee roast and the kori roti, it's very famous.
I was just about to say kori roti.
It's very famous.
Yeah.
When it comes to my fitness journey, so there was a lot of hardships before I got into fitness journey. So when I was 15, when my dad had lost his job, we had a financial issues in our family. So that's where I had to take up a job in a restaurant, and where I had to work like 15 to 16 hours a day. So just to give you a gist of my day, I used to wake up by 7, go to my university and finish my university and come back by 5 p.m. And from there on, I used to go to work and work until 3 a.m. So this used to be my schedule for at least 3 years.
Wow, and that definitely takes a toll on your body.
Yeah, it took a toll on my health. I was looking very lean, very thin basically, and it majorly took a toll on my health. So that's where I decided I want to work on my fitness. So back then, I didn't have any inspiration or motivation. So one fine day, I was watching a movie, Sylvester Stallone, called Rambo. Mm-hmm. So in that, I saw his physique, and that motivated me, and that inspired me. So that
was your aha moment, that I want to be...
I was like, I want to look like this.
Yeah.
And then I started my fitness journey.
How old were you that time?
I was 17 or 18 years old.
Okay.
So yeah, that's when I remember I started my fitness journey. So I wanted to enroll to a gym membership. So basically, due to lack of funds, I could not enroll. And what I did was, my brother used to train using the small dumbbells. So I used brother's equipment and did 6 months of training with it, and plus some body movements like push-ups, pull-ups. And that really worked on my physique. I could see the changes, like the stress levels dropped, even your health-wise, I can see major improvements. And that's when I wanted to take it to next level. So finally, I tried to save some money for 3 months. And that's when I enrolled to a gym membership. So that's where I got a guidance from a coach. I got to know what is protein, what is carbs, and what is fats. So meanwhile, I used to just stick to samosas, puffs, and all that thing, the fizzy drinks.
Food, yeah.
So those are considered as a normal food, but it wasn't.
Yes, no, definitely.
So that's when I realized I'm doing it wrong, and I have to work on my eating habits to get the physique to the next level. So while I was training there, as my gym membership was getting over, so one thing was I was certain I want to continue this. And how do I continue is because I had lack of funds. I didn't know where to get it from and how to manage my career, studies as well as this. So seeing my dedication, the gym owner, he was my coach as well. So seeing my dedication, he offered me a free gym membership only if I compete in bodybuilding shows and represent his gym.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's where my bodybuilding career started. And I started competing in the shows. And from being the skinniest guy in that gym, I turned out to be a biggest guy in the gym. So that's how my fitness journey started.
Amazing. What was your inspiration behind starting TSK?
One of the inspiration was, as I've been under many coaches, and also I've been going through hardships, a lot of sufferings while I was in college. And so I've seen the pain side, so which made me, which put a lot of stress on my health and everything. So that's where I worked out. So fitness was like an escape from life, So financially I was struggling, health-wise I was struggling. So mentally I was depressed. There was a lot of stress because lack of sleep. So you could see dark circles in my face back then, So
At such a young age.
yeah,
Wow.
because I used to hardly sleep like 4 to 5
Yeah.
hours, And that's when, so as fitness has helped me in achieving such great results, as well as changing so many lives. So what motivated me to open TSK was people are following a wrong thing. So which is basically, as I've been under many coaches. So what most of the people, what I observed is, so I've been getting results, and after a few months down the line, I've been losing the track.
Because it's not sustainable.
Program what I used to follow was not sustainable. So that's when I realized something is wrong. Why I'm not able to continue this? So that's where I came up with my own program. And so once I got this certificates and all that, once I upgraded my knowledge, so that's when I realized, so it was not suiting me because of the food preferences. So just to give you a gist of what I used to eat initially was like a boiled chicken, boiled fish.
But that's
So
not our taste buds.
there was no taste at all.
Yeah.
That too without salt. So I should survive on this like for 6 months just to enter the bodybuilding competition because of lack of knowledge from the coaches whom I used to work with. And then slowly I upgraded my knowledge, and I understood that even the rice, dal, all that can be a part of your diet. You just have to understand the macros.
Yes.
So this is the reason I started TSK. And apart from that, it's a major thing is there was a turning point where when I was working out, when I was bodybuilding, so there was this one person who came to me and he was like, you have changed my life. Thank you for this change and everything. So I was like, what happened? How did I change your life? So he was like, I was going under depression. I was going under a lot of health issues and suicidal thoughts. And believe me, I just gave him a plan, just a random person. I hardly said. Gave him a random plan of what to eat and what not to eat. And 3 months to 4 months down the line, he was like out of his depression. His health was back to normal. So that motivated me to help many people as him. So it allowed me to, and I wanted to expand my reach. So then the TSK was formed.
That's amazing. I mean, it is true that during exercise, you release certain hormones and you release certain endorphins into your body, which then affect your mental health, which then boost your mental health as well. It makes you feel more energized, more happy, and less depressed. So I think exercise is very important.
That really helps. Like if you want to work on your mental health, you have to work on your mental strength, and that is by pushing in training. So that will help you to release your endorphins, which are good hormones, which keeps you motivated and releases dopamine, which keeps you high in life, happy and high in life.
Yeah.
So you look forward for these sessions, and all this mental stress, the depression, all this will vary off as you start losing fat along with it as well.
It's very important to keep exercising and to keep that going as well. So if you are suffering from long-term depression or any other mental issues, they do tell you to continue to like go for a run, go for a walk, continue exercising so that you get those endorphins going in your body. How do you make exercise something that's part of your everyday routine, that's sustainable, that you can keep going? Because a lot of people reach a certain point and then it fades off. It's a fad. Okay, you've lost a certain amount of weight and then it fades off again. So how should people make it more sustainable for themselves?
So it's about building a routine. So basically you must know what you like and what you have to do in order to reach there. So sometimes it's like you have to go through pain in order to get that pleasure. Going to the gym, waking up early morning is a pain, but down the line it will give you pleasure when you step on that scale.
Yeah.
So same way, to continue that routine, you have to keep going through this pain. You have to maintain that routine. And also the main thing I would say is a discipline. So once you build that discipline, nothing will stop you. In any realm of your life, like whatever you want to achieve, if you have a discipline and right tools, you can achieve anything in your life. If you want to achieve a good health, be disciplined, focus on eating right, focus on training, and you'll have a healthy body. So down the line, after you turn 50 or 60, you'll thank yourself.
Yeah.
So similar way, if you want to be wealthy, You have to be disciplined on controlling your finances. So down the line, you will be wealthy. So this is what it takes in order to achieve anything in your life. So similar way, if you want to be healthy, you must know that going down this path, it is painful, but down the line, I'm going to benefit from this. Also, my family is going to benefit from this. If I'm staying healthy, my kids will. I can be still enjoy my life with my kids, and also it's about the longevity.
Yeah.
What you can attain from doing strength training, and it's not like if you should be training for like 5 days a week or 6 days a week. So I'm saying just if you cannot train 5 days a week, train 3 days a week. If you cannot 1 hour a day, train for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
If you cannot do 10,000 steps, do 7,000 steps. So you don't have to stress yourself. It's all about
Staying
what you
consistent.
can do and being consistent. So that's what matters.
So what do you think is, like, there's different ways people go about it, right? Is three days a week the right way to do it, or is 6 days a week and the right way to do it? What should, when you're starting out on your fitness journey, at least, so that you stay consistent, what is the recommended, like, at least this much you need to do?
So the whole idea about doing 3 days a week or 5 days a week is about being active. So now how you can be active is, one way is if your schedule allows it, then you can be active. Now I have clients who are kids, who are teenagers, who are entrepreneurs, businessmen, and also corporate, and also people who are like in their 60s or 70s. They are still able to do it because they are sticking to the routine, because it is allowing them to train for like twice a week or thrice a week or 5 times a week. So as long as you're active and doing your steps or doing the things that you like swimming, jogging, playing with your kids, going to the mall, shopping, whatever you like, as long as you're moving, that means you're active, you will be able to maintain your fat levels as well as maintain your fitness levels.
What, according to you, is the best time of the day to work out?
It doesn't matter, like as long as you're getting enough sleep. So first thing you need to work on is your sleep routine. So as long as you're getting like 7 to 8 hours of sleep, then it depends on how your schedule is placed. If you're working in the morning, evening is better. If you want to start early morning, then you can start with morning or evening. It doesn't matter. All that matters is getting that 1 hour of workout.
Yeah. Something that you can commit to.
Yes. Just to give you an example. So when I was working in a restaurant, so there used to be night shift, day shift. So whenever I used to get time in the morning, I used to work out in the morning. Whenever I used to get time in the night, I used to train in the night.
So it just depends on what you can do.
What you can do and what most you can do out of your free time. So rather than sitting in a couch, this is better. So it's about the choices what you make.
Excellent. I think that's very well said. When developing a training plan for your clients, what factors do you take into consideration? Do you develop individual plans, or is there sort of one plan that works for everybody? How does it work?
No, when I place a plan, it differs from each person to person because their lifestyle is different, the work culture is different, their eating pattern, the food preference is different. So considering all that, like as I told you, you have kids, entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
So one plan will not fit for all.
Correct.
If somebody is selling you one plan, it's a scam. You don't have to subscribe to it. So based on their goal and based on their lifestyle, I make a plan, and I have a team who works on it, who works on following up. So just to keep them consistent, team for accountability, who checks on what you're eating throughout the day, as well as if you're active or not. And slowly, this way, having a conversation with the team, they are also understanding and educating themselves about fitness and what to eat. And in the long run, that is allowing them to sustain to that lifestyle.
What do you do to keep them motivated? Do you have, I'm sure you face a lot of clients that, start and then are not able to stay that consistent and who are not able to follow through all the way. What do you do to keep your clients motivated?
So when it comes to motivation, once they start seeing results, so that's where they get motivated. Another thing is I press on the routine, as I told you. It's about the discipline. So as long as you're disciplined, you have a routine in place, then it falls into place, So no matter what happens, it's all about showing up. You need to push through the pain. You need to sacrifice a lot of things in order to reach your goal. And when it comes to weight loss journey, it's never linear. So it's always zigzag. So your weight might move up, move down. So that shouldn't stop you from going to the gym. stop you from chasing your goals. So you stopping your workout will stop that will eventually stop your progress.
Yeah.
Once they see the result, they're automatically motivated. And there's a type of plan that I put into the place, so that
So people
allows
can follow through.
yeah, so that allows them to follow it in a easier manner.
Speaking about getting results, nowadays you see a lot of ads on social media and in other places where trainers or instructors are committing, saying that lose 10 kilos in a month or lose 12 kilos in a month. How real is this and how sustainable is this?
So whenever I see such ads, I can make out that it's a marketing ad which is running around. So just to attract clients who doesn't know about how the weight loss journey is going to be. And so when you see such ads and when you subscribe to such plan, what happens is you will get disappointed when you don't see that weight dropping in 1 month. So that's why whenever it comes to progress, it's not just a weight what you lose in the scale. It's about the inch losses, the mentally how you're feeling, how your strength is improving, how your protein is getting better. So these are all the progress. So eventually down the line you will get results. All you have to do is be patient and follow that routine. So don't fall for the ads.
Don't fall for the fads. Speaking about fads, there's a little game I'd like to play with you. Let's call this fad or fact.
All right.
Okay. So we're going to look at some of the most common things out there that people believe or that people are trying. And you let us know how real whether it's a fad or a fact. Okay. So one of the things that's going around is do 10K steps a day to lose weight.
So 10K steps will allow you to help to be active. So basically, as we are Homo sapiens, so we are made to move. So earlier, back in the days, we were supposed to hunt and we were active, we were running around. But now, due to the gadgets, we are glued to the couch. So that's the reason I allow my clients to do 10K steps so that they are
to keep
active.
The activity.
Yeah, to keep the activity going. So this will allow them to be active and burn some calories. But down the line, if your diet is not in place, if you're not training enough, and if you're not sleeping enough or working on that recovery, you will not lose weight with the 10K steps.
So it's not just the 10K steps, it's a combination. So you need to keep doing your training, you need to manage your diet.
100%.
It's a combination of everything. Just doing 10,000 steps a day is not going
enough.
to promise you results, right?
That's true.
Awesome.
But that will allow you to maybe maintain the weight. Depending on how many calories you're intaking.
I guess once you've lost a certain amount of weight and you're comfortable with the routine, you keep going on 10K steps to keep your energy levels up and to keep your activity level up. But 10K steps alone is not the answer.
It's not the answer. But in terms of health-wise, you will obviously have major benefits by doing 10K steps. Like your cardiac health will improve, lung capacity will improve. There are major benefits when it comes to health-wise. But aesthetically, I don't think like if you're having a donuts and doing a 10K stuff, that doesn't work.
All right, amazing. Another one, doing ab crunches to get a six-pack.
So that will not work. Like you cannot spot it as. So basically, it all comes down to your lifestyle, your diet. Again, so back in the days when I just signed up to the gym, I used to do 1,000 crunches at a go. So this used
1,000 crunches. How long did that take you?
That took like 30 to 40 minutes. So this used to be my routine back when I was doing bodybuilding, So we didn't know about what it took to get the abs or anything.
Yeah.
We didn't know it was solely diet or sleep or the training routine. So whatever, after 20, 30 steps, it was like the mental strength which kept us going. Because if I say someone to do it now, they will fail for sure. Yeah. Okay, because after 100 reps, you'll not be you'll be exhausted.
How do you walk?
You'll be exhausted and you'll not be able to get up from the bed next day.
Yes, of
course.
But
we were recovering from that and we were still active. So our body was adapting to it. But still, I would say you don't have to do 1,000 crunches. You can do 20 or 15 for 3 to 4 sets. Just work on your volume and then work on your diet, sleep, training, and if all this in place, then you will lose the fat around your abdominal area and the abs will be visible soon. And another point to add, so everybody has abs, it's just the layer of fat which is covering it.
Yes.
So you don't have to do 1,000 crunches to get the abs.
They're there, you just have to uncover them.
Yes, and whenever you do compound movements, it is indirectly working your core as well. So whatever movement you do, you're working on your core too.
So at what body fat percentage do the abs start becoming visible?
For men, it's like 10 to 12%, and for women, around 13%. You'll start seeing visible abs. But in terms of your fitness goal, you shouldn't be chasing your abs as a target, because having abs is not considered as healthy if your blood markers is not healthy.
Okay.
So your blood marker has to be healthy in order for you to be
Healthy.
in a healthy range. And if you just want to have a flat tummy, it doesn't matter if you stay around 10 to 15% is the ideal body fat percentage for men, and for women 15 to 20%.
Excellent. That's actually very good information to
Because
have.
lower the fat percentage, you're going to add stress into your body.
Yeah. So because your body needs fat
Body
as well.
needs
There's a
fat,
certain-
especially for women. Like you go under menstrual cycle and all that, so you need to be on a higher fat percentage. And also, if you're planning to conceive, you cannot have abs and plan to
Correct.
to have the baby.
And I think a very common people are facing right now, especially after pregnancy, is ab separation.
Diastasis recti.
Diastasis recti, yeah.
Yeah. So when you have diastasis recti, you can rectify it by only surgery. You cannot do any massages or anything to rectify it. And when it comes to training, you have to be particular with few movements, when to avoid that, and start incorporating other movements to close in the gap.
For example, if you have a strong core, if you have a strong core to begin with, does that affect your chances or possibilities of getting ab separation?
It's genetic, basically.
Oh, okay.
It's genetic. Now, my wife was training throughout her pregnancy till the 9th month.
Wow. That's
and
inspirational.
She didn't have any diastasis recti or anything. And also, when in the initial phase, when she was not training, she was going through the hormonal phases. And that's where I insisted her to start training. And after she started training, she saw a major improvement on her mood.
Yeah.
So I would recommend every people if your doctor allows, if you're fit to work out, then I would say like every woman should work out to maintain a certain fat percentage during their pregnancy.
Yeah.
So this will allow them to have normal,
Easy, smooth delivery.
normal, smooth delivery. And still, it depends. It depends. If it goes to C-section, it's your luck. But the good thing about it is, after your childbirth, you are still getting back to your old
recovery
shape.
is faster.
Recovery is faster, and also as you maintain the body fat percentage, you might have to just lose like 2 to 3 kilos to get back to your old self.
That's amazing. And doctors do say that you can continue the same amount of exercise through your pregnancy that you were before. It's not like you need to. It's very common for people to think, oh, I'm pregnant now, so I can't work out, or I can't do strenuous like weights, or I can't do those kind of things. But doctors say you can continue to do what you were doing before. You don't add extra or additional stress to your body, and there's methods, right?
Yes, I praise such doctors because most of them don't. So all you have to do is avoid jerky movements and few exercises, and you'll be sorted.
Yeah.
You don't have to change your lifestyle just because you're pregnant.
Actually, my doctor told me this because I am a runner, and when I was pregnant with my son, I asked my doctor, can I continue to run, during my pregnancy? She said, well, as long as you're comfortable with it, go ahead and do it, because you were doing it before. It's not something you're adding now. But maybe towards the end of later stages, add a belt to add some support
to your belly. Yeah, I know.
To your belly while you're running. And I continued. I think it made me feel more energized and more free. And I do believe I had a much easier delivery with my second than I did with my first, because the first one, you just sit around and I didn't really have any activity. But the second one, I recovered much faster. I had...
and also even mentally, mood-wise, you must be seeing that changes.
Yes, big change.
Yeah.
Big difference.
And it's all about being active prior to your pregnancy.
Yes.
Then it gets easier for you to train while you're pregnant.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Now, as you've been running, it was easier for you to run back.
Yeah, so it's in your system.
Yeah, if it was somebody new, then doctor wouldn't have recommended.
Yeah.
The chances of miscarriage is higher then.
Correct. Yeah. Let's get back to it. Our fat or fact. The more you sweat, the more fat you burn. Is it true?
Not really. So basically, if that was the case, I would be
sitting outside,
sitting in the sauna, or as the summer is coming, I would be outdoors. If that helped. Okay, so basically, what happens is sweat is just you're losing water. and it's an
So it's
indication.
water weight.
It's an indication of your body. Your body is heating up, and it's an indication that body is cooling
Needs
off
to
by
cool down.
It's cooling off by sweating.
Yeah.
So this is one of the misconceptions what most people think. If you sweat, I see people wearing the sauna bells
Yes,
around
the
their
gym
waist.
sauna belt.
Yeah, sauna bells around their waist, and saying that this will work to burn the extra
To
layer
burn
of
the
my
extra fat.
Yeah, I just respond to them all the best.
So yeah, I don't think
it doesn't work. So
sweating.
you have to be in calorie deficit if you want to lose fat completely.
Okay. Another one is stretching before exercise will help prevent injury.
Yeah, they do. So as long as you're flexible, taking care of your health, and also doing some recovery sessions like massage, sauna, so this will help you to prevent yourself from getting injured. And moreover, that it's about the recovery, how good you're sleeping, how good you're eating, all that considers as well.
So it's important to stretch before and after.
Yes, it's important to do like dynamic stretches before and static stretches after the workout.
The workout.
Yeah,
Okay.
so this will help you to keep yourself mobile as well as flexible, and then prevent you from getting injured.
Going back to exercise and women, right? What are some of the most common misconceptions you see in women when it comes to weight training or strength training? What are the common misconceptions that you see?
Good question. So I get this asked a lot. So whenever it comes with the weight training, so women ask me that, will I get bulky if I train? So generally, it's so hard to gain muscle.
Yeah.
So, and you need to gain muscle in order to maintain optimal health, as you want to increase your longevity. Also, if you want to, and also you will not look bulky because as you pack on muscle, you look lean and toned. I mean, help you to reverse your biological age as well. So if you want to look young, if you want to look fit and curvy, strength training is one of the major ways to do that. But in the long run, if you see when women hit menopause, they need to have some muscle in order to maintain their bone health, prevent them from getting osteoporosis or getting arthritis in the long run. Okay, so for that reason, you need to pack on muscle. You need to build muscle in order to have a better quality of life in the long run. So when you're building muscle, you must know the benefits of having the muscle mass. So basically, it's like a shield. It's like a gladiator wearing an armor. Okay, so basically, it helps you to drop your cortisol levels. It helps you to, support your joints in the long run. And also, the more muscle you have, it's like you are less prone to cancerous diseases and lots of the chronic diseases as well along with this.
That's a very interesting fact that building muscle will help you drop your cortisol levels. So, a lot of people are suffering from insomnia, especially here in Dubai. It's very common. People are suffering from insomnia because of extremely high cortisol levels. So, exercise, strength training, and building muscle will help them reduce their cortisol levels, and they will be able to sort of get a peaceful night's sleep.
Absolutely. So what happens here is when you gain muscle, you increase your metabolism, and when you start working out, your body wants to recover. So you go to sleep much earlier, and you're burning more calories at rest because you're packing onto muscle, and you're dropping your cortisol levels, and this will eventually prevent you from getting obese, and also makes you stay leaner.
Yeah.
So that's the whole point of gaining muscle. You can eat more and still maintain the weight.
Yeah.
So the more muscle you have, you're good to go.
That's amazing. Speaking about muscle, can you give me the comparison? Like, there's a lot of images that's floating around on the internet right now. 1 pound of fat versus 1 pound of muscle, the size difference within.
So if you see the volume of fat,
Yeah.
it's this much.
Yeah.
Like 1 kg, 1 pound of fat. It could be this much. But when it comes to muscle, the density is this much. So that's the reason. So when somebody says that you just lost 1 pound of fat, don't be disappointed. You lost a big volume of fat.
It's the inches that you've lost,
It's
right?
the inches that you lost. And whenever you gain muscle, be happy because the density of muscle is less. It may not be showing right there when you gain it, but eventually it's adding on. And eventually you start making progress.
So people get disappointed with they're constantly stepping on the scale,
Yeah.
constantly looking at the scale, not measuring inches, and they get disappointed saying, "Hey, I'm not losing any weight."
Yeah, and also
What
they
do you have to
complain,
say to
I
those
just lost
people?
1 pound of fat this week. What can we do about it? So basically, when you lose fat, it's like you're also getting rid of a lot of diseases, a lot of chronic inflammation along with it. But when you gain muscle, you are just helping your body to drop your cortisol levels, and also your metabolism health will increase, and you have a lot of positive benefits by increasing the muscle. So there's a difference. So don't be disappointed when you lose only 1 pound of fat. So down the line you will start losing fat, but be happy with whatever progress you make.
Is it true that exercise not only makes you feel younger, but makes you look younger as well?
Absolutely. So if you see a lot of the celebrities who have been training, you can see them, their biological age is dropped. And plus, I had recently few clients. So there was one guy who was into corporate job who looked like 47, but as he transformed, when he got down to 15% of body fat, not only he dropped his cholesterol levels or uric acid, but also his biological age dropped. So he was looking like 35 or 36. So this is the power of strength training. And if you see, there's one of my client who's a Bollywood celebrity, Lisa Ray. She is 52 and she looks like 40s.
Wow.
And this is all because of strength training, eating right. So you need to know what to eat and also prioritizing your sleep. So all this, if it falls in sleep, all this, if it falls in place, you will see the benefits of what strength training can give you.
What do you think the right routine should be in your day? Like a lot of instructors tell people, you need to do 20 minutes of cardio and X number of times of strength training. Do you suggest that differing person to person, or is there something that, a basic percentage that you should follow?
The reason why you're doing cardio is it's mainly for your heart health and lung health. So what I would suggest is doing 30 to 40 minutes a day is more than enough. So you don't have to do 2 hours of cardio, and then that adds on stress. So do like 20 to 40 minutes of cardio, and then if you want to complete your target of 10k steps, you can just be active, like do your house chores. You will be clocking in the steps. So don't stress about.
Just keep moving.
Just keep moving. That's the key. So don't stress about doing 2 hours or 1 hour of cardio.
And then, but it should always be a combination of strength training, cardio, everything. You keep it combined.
Absolutely.
Just
So
to have the perfect
majorly
journey.
cardio will work on your heart health, blood pressure, your cardiac. If you have any cardiac issues, it will help you to lower it down.
And strength training is for your
Yeah.
to
So
improve.
basically, heart is a muscle. So you're strengthening that muscle
Correct.
by doing cardio. You're working at certain pace. So you need to know what kind of zone you have to be in. So there's zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, and zone 4 cardio.
Correct.
So based on your heart rate monitor or heart rate target, you can work on that fitness level based on that. So basically zone 4 is where you're not able to speak, your heart rate is going up. And zone 2 is like where you're able to talk and plus you're able to perform your activity. So this is a kind of cardio routine.
So what's the optimum zone to be in for a good cardio routine?
Zone 2 is the best one for the normal majority of people. But if you're an athlete, then they program their training according to the goals they want to achieve.
Correct.
Like if you're a marathon runner, they train themselves in zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, depending on the program
Okay.
and how they want to elevate their performance during the competition. So if you're a normal person who's working on lifestyle, zone 2 is
Zone
better.
2 is good.
Sometimes just if you feel like jogging or running, do that.
How does strength training benefit other aspects of your health? Like, when it comes to diseases and other things, how does strength training help there?
Strength training will allow you to drop your inflammation, and also this will eventually prevent you from getting diseases like metabolic disorders, which is like diabetic, thyroid, or getting cholesterol, and also prevent you from getting cancer. So this is the power of strength training when it's combined with eating right and working on your recovery.
Amazing.
So if anybody is listening to this, start strength training.
So one of the common reasons why people avoid strength training is the fear of injuries, right? So what do you do to protect yourself and to make sure that, you don't get injured while strength training?
What most people do is when they start training, they get overwhelmed. They want to do all the machines.
Everything together.
They want to see how much they can push. So that's when that's where you get injured. So they want to go Rocky Balboa mode, go 100% or go home, no pain,
Yeah.
no gain. So when you follow such concept, so that's where you get into the risk of injury. But when you're under the coaches, we will be programming like in TSK, I will be programming their training as per their lifestyle, as per their activity level. So we know from where to start, where's the base, and how to go forward. So it's not that you have to be at 100% every time. Even if you're at 70 to 80%, you're good to go, and you will progress eventually. So by doing this will allow you to heal as well as your muscle to heal when you're working on your nutrition as well as your sleep. So this allows your body to recover, and you are able to work out, give you 100% next time when you're looking forward for that next training session.
So
Basically, it's all about programming.
Yeah.
If you're not programming it right, you will get into injuries.
Correct. Something that we face very commonly in CurryFit is customers coming to us demanding a certain percentage of protein, right? That they need to have in their meal. They say, I'm strength training, so I need 60% protein or 70% protein in my meals. What is your take on this?
It depends on your goal, basically. If you're looking to gain muscle, then obviously you need to have to be at a high protein diet. But if you're at like 40% of protein, 40% carbs, and 20% of fat, even that's good to go. And you can change the ratios accordingly. Yeah. But as long as your recovery is in place and you're seeing results, I would say like 30 to 40% of protein intake should be fine.
So I think like the standard right now that's acceptable is strength training.
For strength
40% protein, 40% carbs, or 20% fat, or 40-30-30 as well. In
so
a
both
combination.
Both works actually. But what you need to work on is the macros, ingredients. So all that plays a lot of.
So it's what you're eating.
Yeah, what you're eating as well.
The quality of the stuff. Whether it's freshly prepared meals, how much preservatives. Like if you say I'm going to eat 40% of protein, which is all sausages and all canned meat.
Yeah, that won't work actually.
That won't work.
So it will work when you're following 80% healthy and 20% of the processed foods.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't matter. Like you can still get away with it.
Yeah.
Because it's all about the calories that matters. But if you're somebody who's having a chronic illness, then you have to be particularly sticking to one healthy source of diet.
Correct.
So you cannot be like switching around with the processed food and this.
So Suhan, thank you for all those lovely insights that you've just given us. In every podcast, we have a little section where our guests take us to their go-to snack or their go-to recipe, and we prepare it right here in the studio with them. So what would you be preparing for us today?
Great. So you want me to spill my secrets here? So let's go. I'm going to show you one of my go-to meal whenever I get a sweet cravings.
Amazing. Let's do it.
Let's do it. So this is my go-to meal whenever I get sweet cravings. So we have a Greek yogurt over here. So I want you to chop strawberries. Meanwhile, when I mix it.
Why strawberries and blueberries over any other fruit?
Because it's low in calories. Now, compared to other fruits like mangoes or bananas, it is high in calories. And blueberries are like, you get 60 calories out of 100 grams. So it's more filling and the volume is more. So that's the reason you select low caloric food and mix it up with chia seed, blueberries or strawberries. And why I'm using Greek yogurt here is because this contains more protein compared to the normal yogurt, probiotics and calcium, which is good for your gut health. And plus it's low in calories.
That's actually a genius recipe. And it's really simple, easy to make, quick.
So you can also mix it up with watermelon and all that. Like these are also low in calories, like 100 gram of watermelon is like just 30 calories. Okay. You can also switch around with the different fruits. But what I suggest my clients is like have one serving of fruits in a day.
All right, so
let's mix it up with fruits. Try it out and let me know. Isn't it amazing?
It's actually really good.
Good, thank you.
That is very good. It's better than any pudding I've ever had, and definitely good for your sweet tooth.
Thank
Thank you so much for coming here today, Suhan. We've learned a lot from you. We've gained so many insights, and I'm sure that all of us are going to be able to put those into practice, into our everyday workouts and into our routines. And thank you for this recipe. This would definitely is going to go one on the books for me as well.
And I hope you had as much fun in this session as I did.
Yeah, I had a great time. It was good to share my insights. I hope the people who are listening to this, they get some benefit out of it.
Definitely, I'm sure they did.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.